Hello everyone, welcome to WWE 2K23. And tonight, we have the draft. This will be my last WWE video for Universe Mode until probably Monday. Maybe even longer. But, here we go. The first pick of the draft is... This is getting annoying. It is Roman Reigns. And I completely agree with this thought process. Monday Night Raw. Let me tell you how the draft works. I already mentioned that. So how the draft works is it will be Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown. It will be man, 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 then woman, woman, then tag team, tag team. So, no harm there. And now the second pick of the draft. There will be, by the way, each show will pick 30 draft picks. So let's get started with our second pick. Because our second pick is Brock Lesnar. Yes, he hasn't been very successful so far, but he remains on SmackDown Live just like Roman Reigns remains on Monday Night Raw. Next, it is Seth Rollins. That's a great pick as well. Seth Rollins, a one-time Universal Champion. He is now going to Monday Night Raw, switching shows. And this is going to be pretty good. And also switching shows, your WWE Champion, Gunther. He's going to SmackDown. Gunther, he's going to be really good on SmackDown, and I have a lot of faith in this. Now, we get two women, one pick for each show. The first pick for a woman, it is Rhea Ripley. That's a very understandable. Okay, that's a pretty obvious pick there. Rhea Ripley, almost dominant. And the next pick is also very obvious. Your SmackDown Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, remains on SmackDown Live. Now we get two tag teams. And the next two tag teams are both the tag team champions. And they both go back to their shows. First, going to Monday Night Raw, the Usos with those Raw tag team titles, which means they will automatically get those titles because they stayed on the same show. And then the SmackDown titles, the same people will also hold the titles because Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day, go to SmackDown. But what this means is Rhea Ripley will not be on the same show as these two, so these two may be looking for a fifth member, or a third member, now that they don't have Rhea Ripley anymore. Anyways, now we get back to just singles superstars. And the next pick, it is John Cena. I like the pick. John Cena, one of the best of all time. Next, this one is also not surprising. We saw him in the match just a couple days ago. It is Edge. He remains on SmackDown Live. Now this person is switching shows. AJ Styles going to Monday Night Raw. And remaining on SmackDown Live, it is Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley. He almost became Universal Champion. And I'm really not surprised about this pick. The next two picks are women. And I'm not surprised about these picks either. First one Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, one-time Raw Women's Champion, remains on Monday Night Raw. And following her by going to the same show, doing the same thing Becky does, Bayley returns to SmackDown Live. Okay, this one's going to be switched. Next is tag teams. Both tag teams are teams of are switching shows pretty much. It's a switch. First tag team, RK Bro, Matt Riddle, and Randy Orton. And pretty much swapping with The New Day, Kofi Kingston. And Xavier Woods. Both teams were champions on the shows before. New Day, they were two-time Raw Tag Team Champions. RK Bro, one-time SmackDown Tag Team Champs. Next up, Men's Superstars. The next pick, it was in a rivalry with Brock Lesnar. It is Bobby Lashley. He's going to Monday Night Raw, switching shows. And the next pick, this may be a surprise, but he returned yesterday to the WWE. And the reason it might be a surprise is because he's going this early. Cody Rhodes. Next up, this one is also a little surprising. Chris Jericho, who hasn't had a lot of success yet, he stays on Monday Night Raw. And switching shows, it is Braun Strowman going to SmackDown Live. Of course, now we're back to women. So, next two, I agree with these picks. First, going to Monday Night Raw, Charlotte Flair, staying on Monday Night Raw. And, I mean, she's a future women's champion in this business. And also staying on the show, it is Asuka. Next are tag teams, and for this one, the next pick, it is the Brawling Brutes. And listen, they are going to sacrifice some picks here. They're going to sacrifice a tag team here. Since they're going to take all of the Brawling Brutes, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Butch, and Ridge Holland. And because they took 4 people, SmackDown Live will be given 2 tag teams. They'll pick 2 tag teams. And first, they're going to pick, let's see, the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, and I think the real winner of this is not only you get 2 superstars, but you also get Montez Ford. Street Profits switching shows. Montez Ford, if you remember yesterday, he was great. He almost won that United States title. Now, their other tag team, also switching shows, Ivar and Eric. This is a pretty good pick. I definitely respect the pick, and I think they're very deserving. Now, back to single superstars for men. Next up, going to Monday Night Raw, Big E, which means he will not be with his fellow New Day members. In a shocking pick, I disagree with this pick 100%. Going to SmackDown Live, it is Goldberg. Goldberg staying on SmackDown Live. Next, staying on the same show, it is Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe going to Monday Night Raw. And now this person is switching shows. It is Adam Cole, baby, going to SmackDown Live. Now you got two women's picks again. First, going, and the champions will stay the same for both women's titles. Liv Morgan going to Monday Night Raw. And the other pick is Bliss. We saw her in what was like a very sneaky match there. What we saw before. Alexa got pinned. That's okay. Next picks are tag teams. This is the final part for tag teams. And first, going to Monday Night Raw, switching shows, the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. That's definitely not a bad pick, seeing how this was the second to last tag team. Seeing how late they were picked, I think this is pretty much a steal. Especially getting a guy like Dolph Ziggler. And the final pick, Chad Gable and Otis. And if you've seen Otis lately, he's been a breakout superstar. And now, no more tag teams. So here we go. Next up, one-time hardcore and United States champion, Kevin Owens. There were 33 other draft picks before this guy, not even just people. There was like 60 people before this guy. That's like a little less than 60, it's still a lot. And next up, it is the Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, going to SmackDown Live. And switching shows, let's pick the former Intercontinental Champion who just lost his title yesterday, Austin Theory. And next, I haven't even mentioned The Miz is the next pick, but The Miz and John Morrison have agreed to go separate ways. So that will be interesting. Next pick is woman's pick. First, coming out, it is Raquel Gonzalez. It's a pretty good pick. Very underrated pick. I think that's going to be great, but I think the next pick should have been Raw's pick there. Because the next pick, Shayna Baszler, going to SmackDown Live. That's a steal. Okay, here we go. Next up, is the next pick is Rey Mysterio, going to stay on Monday Night Raw. And switching shows, the one-time WWE Champion, Johnny Gargano, going to SmackDown Live. Next up, go to Monday Night Raw, also switching shows, Jeff Hardy. And, also switching shows, going away from the Bloodline, Sami Zayn. That's going to be a huge pick there. What will Sami Zayn's direction be without the Bloodline? Now, next up, women's picks. Next up, a part of Damage Control, our newest women's tag team, Io Sky, going to Monday Night Raw. And going to SmackDown Live, Natalya. Okay, those are two good picks, I would say. Next up, it is Baron Corbin, going to Monday Night Raw. After him, it is Ricochet, going to SmackDown Live, switching shows, the one-time United States champ. Next pick, it is Keith Lee, going to go to Monday Night Raw, and switching shows as well, Tommaso Ciampa. It's not a bad round there. Okay, next up, woman's pick is Dakota Kai, going to Monday Night Raw. And next up, Nikki, almost a superhero, ASH, going to SmackDown Live. Next pick, it is Apollo Crews. That's a very underrated pick there. Apollo Crews being a top superstar. He's going to Monday Night Raw. No, he hasn't been the top, but he's been a rising superstar, 100%. Next pick, staying on SmackDown Live, your Universal Champion, Shelton Benjamin. Most of the titles have stayed the same except for Gunther. Because the next pick, the United States Champion, Kalisto, going back to Monday Night Raw. And after that, it is Dexter Lumis, SmackDown Live. Next is woman. This is the last round for woman. First, coming out, the one-time Raw Women's Champion, Carmella. Next up, Lacey Evans, going to SmackDown Live. Next pick, going to Monday Night Raw, Mustafa Ali, going to SmackDown Live, it is Elias switching shows. Next pick? Oh my god. I forgot he was a WWE superstar. This is probably the most shocking pick of the draft. Mr. McMahon going to Monday Night Raw. And the final pick of the draft. Oh man, he won't leave Elias alone. It is Jinder Mahal. Well, that was the draft. For any superstar who wasn't drafted, or any rookie superstar, you will be going to NXT. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Monday Night Raw next time, and goodbye.